Understanding and incorporating social media. Social media causes a shift in the balance of power. Yesterday, companies dictated what, when, and how they would communicate to buyers. In some cases, companies required customers to call a phone number, fill out a form on the website, contact a sales representative, or return to the dealer that the item was purchased from. Today, individuals gather information on companies when they want to and from whom they want to when it's convenient for them. In B2B sales, research states that 80% of buyers have reviewed a vendor's offering before a sales representative ever contacts them. In B2C markets, customers can learn from each other through product review sites, forums, opinion sites, and usually friends, peers, and those with similar interests on Facebook. Now the buyer is in control, and companies have to be responsive as a buyer has a form at their fingertips to connect with the word 7/24/365 for free. Social media's impact on the organization. From a marketing and sales perspective, the company-to-many model has been reversed to the many-to-company model. Segmentation has increased with the abundance of transactional and behavioral data. The sales process has been upended as customers typically have access to product, pricing, and references or reviews before the sales process ever starts. For employees, social media empowers employees to communicate key messages to customers and prospects through numerous social platforms. It is a convenient and sometimes preferred medium of communication to inform employees. Social media is an effective channel for recruiting new employees. For product development, social media transforms the serial and structured process of alpha and beta testing to an iterative and real-time process. Social media allows more testing of smaller functionality sets with more users in shorter time frames. Savvy companies use social media to generate new product ideas from users. For support, social media shatters the one-size-fits-all customer support model. 7/24/365 support is available on the device users choose: smartphone, tablet, laptop. The community supports the community and leverages all mediums: text, screenshots, audio, and video. Social media's impact on marketing. The brand. Social media forces consistency with actions and the brand promise, or a company risks being called on the mat in a public forum. Accountable. Social media increases concern about privacy in terms of customer information and social responsibility like green initiatives and labor laws. Connect. Social media enables collaborative and two-way conversations between customers and companies. Richness. Social media augments traditional transactional data by augmenting it with behavioral data to produce rich information. Segmentation. With rich data, segmentation is brought to a new level to deliver the right customer experience by creating segments of one. Social media is transformational. Social media's impact on market research. The cost of information moves from high to low. The time to execute shrinks from lengthy to immediate. Sample size multiplies small to huge. Geography magnified from local to international. Richness of data broadens from transactional to behavioral. Content that was updated occasional can now be updated frequently. Increase awareness and generate interest. The social consumer. In social media, the basic premise is that there are leaders and followers, and when you drill down, there really aren't that many true leaders. Other people's networks. With other people's networks, the concept is to leverage an individual in their relationships by having them bridge you into their network. Engage the pack. In social media, these are the individuals that influence followers based on their thought leadership or technical know-how from using a product or service that is sought after. The social buyer. A sense of urgency. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt are still motivators in the world of social media. Communicating a special offer, special price, or limited time only minimizes procrastination, and offers can be delivered in real time with offer good for a day or specific hours in the day. What's hot? Creating something interesting, engaging, topical, or funny is a way that individuals can connect with evangelists or by endorsing their work within your network. User reviews. People trust others like themselves, so user reviews are the next best thing to firsthand experience. With social media, there are many established forums that are credible and have strong followings. Other people's networks and relationships. Appealing to influencers. Influencers have significant followers and carry a lot of weight. Influencers have tremendous powers of persuasion over their followers and can use their personal networks to make or break a company. Prosumers. Prosumers are technically consumers and individuals, but their technical expertise in a product or service ranks them as a peer-to-product people inside of a company. Their focus is purely on usage, and they communicate their experience to the world through social media platforms. Engage the pack. Lead dog. In social media, the top-down approach is to find the lead dog and to win them over and then motivate them to evangelize on your behalf. Dominoes. This bottoms-up approach is based on strength in numbers. The key is to find individuals and motivate them to create a chain reaction in their personal networks to promote you. Social media engagement funnel. The social media funnel includes, from top to bottom, has seen, has saved, has rated, has commented, has clicked, has interacted, has purchased, has recommended. Social media marketing engine. Content. Content is used to establish thought leadership, establish domain expertise, communicate hot topics, and associate with influencers. Short, pithy text with headers, bullets, images, and leveraging all social mediums is key. Engagement. Grow your span of influence by hijacking conversations. Jump in when you have value. Publish or perish. Continuously produce fresh content. Scratching backs. Build relationships with key influencers. Profiling. Create target profiles of customers and track them. Actions. Social media has created a sense of entitlement that content is free. Offering a 10-question registration form with mandatory questions does not work here. Providing abstracts, downloads, portions of presentations, and highlights from content must be offered for minimal contact information. If a user sees value, they will engage. Pipeline. Prospects are researching your company well before anyone from sales or marketing has reached out to them. Many times, your company will be disqualified before you even become aware of them. With prospects having access to content, product, influencers, and your customers, they are much more knowledgeable and more qualified when they do engage. Leveraging content with social media. It all starts with a piece of content. From here, create a blog post. Tweet the blog, post to LinkedIn page, Google+, guest blog, post to Facebook, have other bloggers quest blog for you. Twitter. Tweet the content to followers, retweet those with high Twitter grades, tweet to hashtag groups of interest, tweet to @ based on other people's influential followers, include your Twitter handle in your email signature and business card. SlideShare. Post a deck to SlideShare with calls to action. Tweet the content to followers. Post on Facebook. Post to LinkedIn and Google+. Link to the deck in a blog. Website. Add the content to pages on the website. Add the content or bundle it as a standalone digital asset like a PDF, ebook, etc. Offer the content as a gated asset. Create a pay-per-click offer. YouTube. Record a voiceover of the content, add an image, and upload it to YouTube. Post a podcast of the content to YouTube. Facebook. Post a comment, post an image from the content, launch a pay-per-click campaign, encourage friends to share comments with incentives. LinkedIn. Post to your product page, share with groups, start a discussion, share with your connections. Quora. Look for questions that relate to your content and post the content as the response to the question. Pinterest. Post images of the content, create a board for your content, join group boards. Current social marketing. Public relations. Generating free PR by submitting your company to different sites, mainly coverage from startup and tools sites. Authorship. Establishing authorship by guest blogging on high-value PR sites. SEO. Be aggressive with SEO. Focus on having pages ranked within the top 10 results on Google. Email campaigns. build a list of people who fit your target account profile and have a high propensity to purchase. Ideally, these individuals have opted into receiving emails from you. Metrics driven. Use KISS metrics for customer behavior, Viral Heat for social behavior, and SEO Moz for managing the SEO. Blog. A blog is a great way to establish authorship, and it is a driver to create new content that can be repurposed. The complexity of social media increases by functional area. The infrastructure requirements of strategy, structure, process, systems, technology, and people are most complex for support. When responding to users' requests regardless of time of day or day. Development, while soliciting the served market for insight into functions, features, and user experience. HR, in responding to employment requests and seeking talent. And the infrastructure requirements of strategy, structure, process, systems, technology, and people are less complex for sales, for prospecting and networking, marketing, as they create Facebook, Twitter, and LI accounts to push out press releases and promotions. Challenges for social media. Regulation. Regulation for social media is still in its infancy. Data. There is an abundance of data. Rich data that supplements transactional data, and it is unclear how to store, retrieve, synthesize, manage, and act on the data. Boundaries. There are no geographic, demographic, socioeconomic boundaries with social media. Emotion. Individuals may react based on emotion, and there is a global communications platform at their fingertips. Time frames. Time frames shrink as information moves faster and there is less time to react with less information. Where to start? Focus social media on product-specific blogs, discussion forums like Edmunds and LinkedIn, product rating sites like TripAdvisor, Opinions, social networking sites like Facebook, multimedia sites like YouTube and Vimeo, microblogging like Twitter. Social media in the news. The biggest social media meltdown this year was arguably committed by chef Mark Orfali, who unloaded an expletive-laced rant on an unhappy customer who posted her review of her Thanksgiving dinner at Orfali's Boston restaurant, Pigalle. On the restaurant's Facebook page, the woman wrote that her pumpkin pie tasted like vomit, to which Orfali replied, "You must enjoy vomit." Most of what Orfali then posted is unprintable. When the marketers over at Cambridge-based HubSpot posted 5 Hurricane Sandy newsjacks from marketers just as the storm was gaining steam on October 29th, about how marketers could insert their brands into storm coverage, well, needless to say, that did not go over well. The company apologized after an outcry on Twitter. When to act. Monitor, research, act. If there is a causal relationship, say customer feedback, then a sales decline, the rank would be high and the weight would be higher. With categorization, if the topics and keywords are not important, then the rank and weight could both be low. In terms of Klout score, if an individual's Klout score is high, then the rank would be high and the weight would be high. If the amplitude, loudness, and trend are minimal, then the rank and weight would both be low. Social media metrics. Examine referring traffic. Review the quality and relevance of content. Content is the fuel for your social media engine, but if it's not relevant and useful, it's a waste of digital space. For each piece of content you create, monitor unique page views, time on page, and total pages viewed. If unique page views go up, that's an indication that your reach is growing. Increased time on page shows that your content is interesting to the visitor. And increased total page views means your visitor wants to learn more by clicking on other pages around your site. Look at share of voice. With social media, share of voice refers to the number of conversations about your company versus your competitors and market. The value of online customer and prospect interaction can be tied to the share of voice or SOV metric. Segment brand mentions by social channel to uncover opportunities for improvement. You may find that your efforts on one particular channel are going unnoticed, but excelling on another channel. The formula for calculating SOV is simple. Divide the number of conversations or mentions of your brand by total number of conversations or mentions about other brands in your market. To get your total number of conversations, you can use a free tool such as Social Mention, or if you have the budget, a more robust tool such as Radian6 has a widget that can calculate this metric for you. Share of voice equals your mentions divided by total mentions for competitive companies and brands. Track the total size of community and engagement. Measuring and tracking the size of your collective communities is essential in determining whether you are adding value through your social strategy. Using a social CRM tool is a great way to integrate customer data with social profiles and interactions while monitoring growth and engagement levels. Social CRM tools such as Sprout Social aggregate your activity into one easy-to-view dashboard where you can quickly see whether your strategy is moving in the right direction. Sprout offers a pretty good view of your basic metrics, including engagement and total size, and even goes a step further with recommendations for influencers to focus on. Measure sentiment. Sentiment analysis is imperfect at best, often ignoring the human element of sarcasm or simple context. To be completely accurate, you need to track this manually. Go through your mentions and tag them as positive, neutral, or negative. Add up the totals and measure over time. Are the good mentions growing and the negative mentions decreasing?